This guy has the rare problem where his arms are probably going to outpace his shoulders. So there's a couple things going on here. He's got the long biceps, but beyond that, he's also got slightly shorter shoulders coming not quite down halfway down the arm. But more important than that is his side delts take up the majority of his space kind of front to back. So you can see the front delts, they just don't quite have a ton of roundness, even though you can definitely see the chest right here. So it's not like he's slacking on the chest. And then you have the rear delts, which honestly are arguably more developed than the front delts. It's a problem that I have myself, and it's pretty uncommon. Now, it could be slightly the angle of the pose until you look at the biceps and you realize that there's a lot more peak going on here. Not only that, but you could see the long head of the tricep right here. You could see how he's got a good amount of sweep. He's got a slightly shorter insert tricep, but it's giving him a lot more sweep in this appearance, giving even more roundness to this arm. Now, even though the shoulders may not be one of his strongest points, looking at these poses, it's still going to give a little bit more benefit to the trap and shoulder symmetry, because whenever the shoulders are a little bit smaller and the upper traps and the middle traps get a little bit bigger, you're ultimately going to have this appearance where everything just kind of has this roundness look. If he is able to continue developing all of this within a similar amount of proportion, as well as build out these teres, because then he's going to get a lot of side to side width, he'll have a very top heavy appearance that is pretty aesthetic, and he would have relatively large arms compared to everything else. Now, with a physique like this, he's got slightly higher lats, so he's not going to have the craziest, thickest V-taper. But because he stores the majority of his fat in his lower back, as he continues to get lean, his waist will be relatively small, and because he's going to have a little bit more significant top heaviness, it's going to give him the ability to have a much more exaggerated V-taper. But unless his teres get absolutely jacked, he won't necessarily maximize the potential of what he has going on here with the upper back and shoulder.